Hi, I'm Katie Cleary, President and founder of World Animal News and Peace for Animals. And these are the top-breaking animal news stories making headlines, and how you can get involved. In the midst of the incomprehensible chaos, destruction, and heartbreak that continues to take place in Ukraine due to Russia's brutal attack on the country, countless heroes emerge. Hero veterinarian risks his life to care for the animal victims of war-torn Ukraine. Ukrainian veterinarian Vladislav Matviichuk, who was forced to evacuate his own home along with his wife Irina and their 2 rescued cats, has been operating on animals in the kitchen of his parents' home. Despite challenges such as lack of supplies and financial resources, as well as risks to his own safety, this amazing hero is still providing veterinary care to animals free of charge. In Defense of Animals has provided Matviichuk with $5,000 to help address the shortage of medicine and equipment. One in Peace for Animals made a matching donation of another $5,000 that has been forwarded to the veterinarian to continue his life-saving work. If you would like to donate to help this hero veterinarian continue to save animals in Ukraine, please visit the link on our website. In more news from Ukraine, we have a WAN exclusive with Paws of War, which is helping Ukrainian refugees, pets, strays, and farm animals on the borders and inside Ukraine. WAN spoke in depth with Paws of War co-founder Robert Messeri about the many ways the remarkable nonprofit is making a substantial difference for the victims of Ukraine, including animals. Messeri explained that once on Ukrainian soil, it was way worse than they expected. Not only did they find frightened and traumatized stray and abandoned dogs and cats searching the streets for food, but they also found hungry, injured farm animals, some loose, that required care as well. For refugees that can no longer care for their pets due to uncertainty, the organization is also working to find forever homes for them in the United States and Canada. To help Paws of War continue to provide Ukrainian refugees relief for their pets as they cross the border, please visit worldanimalnews.com. Heartwarming news as a critically endangered Sumatran rhino is born at the Sumatran Rhino Sanctuary in Indonesia. The female rhino calf that was born in Wai Kimbas National Park in Lampung Province increases the number of rhinos in the park to 8. The Sumatran rhino is classified as critically endangered by the IUCN due to numerous threats, including poaching and habitat loss, that has sadly brought them to the brink of extinction. With less than 80 Sumatran rhinos believed to be left in the wild, this new birth offers hope to the survival of this magnificent species. If you would like to help save Sumatran rhinos in Indonesia, please consider donating to Save the Rhino International, which supports the Sumatran Rhino Sanctuary. Endangered Species Act protection sought for hippos after multiple undercover investigations show a thriving market for hippo parts in the U.S. Hippos sadly face a high risk of extinction and are disappearing from the wild due to increasing threats from habitat loss and degradation, poaching, and the trade in hippo parts that includes their teeth, skulls, ivory, skin, and meat. With only as few as 115,000 adult hippos remaining in the wild in Africa, the future of hippos is tragically uncertain. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has 90 days to review and respond to a petition that was filed to determine whether they believe a listing may be warranted. The 2022 spring bear hunt in Washington has been canceled this year after the Fish and Wildlife Commission voted against it for the second time. The Washington Fish and Wildlife's 4-5 vote follows an attempt by hunting groups to reverse the original November 2021 suspension of the hunt. They just keep failing. Vulnerable black bears emerge from their dens in the spring, struggling to gain weight after winter hibernation, making it challenging for mother bears who also need to feed their hungry cubs. In previous years, Washington had tragically allowed hunters with a special permit to kill black bears during this time. Prior to the recent vote, Washington was one of only 8 states in the country that allowed a spring bear hunt. Born Free USA and HSI released a new undercover investigation revealing the shocking brutality of fur trapping in the United States. The move comes at a critical time amidst concerns that the UK government could be considering giving up a ban on cruel fur imports. The cruelties exposed in the investigation contradict claims of fur industry certification plans, such as Furmark, the new global certification and traceability system that falsely maintains to guarantee animal welfare and environmental standards. Trapping animals for their fur with leg hold traps has been banned in the UK for more than 60 years, as well as being banned or heavily restricted in 108 countries worldwide. Let's continue to urge everyone to make compassion the fashion by going fur-free. In some positive news, 21 dogs from the dog meat trade and puppy mills are rescued and relocated from China to Canada by Lady Freethinker, World of Angels Foundation, and Rescue Paws. Lady Freethinker and partners arranged for the rescue dogs in Beijing, China to be relocated to Vancouver, British Columbia. The animal rights nonprofit generously donated $43,400 to relocate the dogs in partnership with World of Angels Foundation, which was housing the dogs at its shelter in China. Rescue Paws Canada has also been instrumental in finding these rescued animals a loving adoptive home. If you would like to help these animals in need of a loving home, please visit our website. In legislative news, Ecuador votes to recognize the legal rights of animals in the Constitution and requires new legislation to be drafted to protect them. The ruling was a result of a habeas corpus action filed on behalf of Estrelita, a woolly monkey who lived in a home for 18 years. Ecuador is the first country in the world to include a rights of nature provision in its national constitution. In this case, the judges elected to consider several issues, including the scope of the country's rights of nature provision, whether animals qualify as subject of rights, and whether Estrelita's rights were violated. A U.S. court strikes down a second ag law in Iowa, deeming it unconstitutional and a violation of the First Amendment. The ag law, also known as Iowa Ag-Gag 2.0, criminalizes undercover investigations at factory farms, slaughterhouses, and puppy mills. The law would have blocked free speech by deterring the exposure of animal cruelty, unsafe working conditions, and food safety threats in slaughterhouses. The ability to investigate, document, and publicize corporate agriculture's abuses is imperative both to the well-being of animals across the nation and to public health and safety. The Animal Legal Defense Fund has been instrumental in striking down ag laws in Idaho, Utah, Iowa, North Carolina, Arkansas, and Kansas. For more breaking animal news stories and how you can help, visit worldanimalnews.com.